Hello and welcome to the October 2017 episode of High Tea with Old Waver. Before we start cranking out the jams that no doubt will be earworms for the next month for you, Toby and I need to speak to you about our beloved sponsor, and that sponsor is SeatGeek. Toby, you know, SeatGeek is always the first place I go to look for tickets to a game or concert. I don't know about you.
How do we get there?
Everything about SeatGeek is designed to make your life easier. If you're into sports or music, doesn't matter because SeatGeek does all the comparison shopping for you. They search multiple ticket sites and they make sure that you get the best possible deal. They do all the work. You are saving time and money. How do they do that, Toby?
How do they do that, Dave?
SeatGeek helps you get the most bang for your buck because they give you a grade for that ticket based on its value. So you can see if a seat is underpriced, overpriced. You can find the best deal that fits your budget. And best of all, if you have not used this promo in the past, if you are a new listener to this program, I would like to give you personally, from my pocket, not Toby's, but my personal pocket, $20 off of your first SeatGeek purchase.
That's amazing.
To get your $20 rebate on tickets, download the SeatGeek app. Go to the settings tab and click add a promo code. Enter that promo code, which is Old Waver, OLDWAVER. SeatGeek will send you $20 after you've made your first ticket purchase. Isn't that amazing, Toby?
That is amazing. I've noticed they have kept it Old Waver.
It's just for brevity. I guess we could have them change it to Htwow to make you happy.
No, forget it.
But Old Waver is it's expeditious because that's what it already is, and it's easy to remember.
Old Waver.
OLDWAVER. There's no I in it. Sometimes people want to put an I in waver.
So don't add that.
Don't add the I. Otherwise, you will not get your $20. If you want your $20, enter the promo code OLDWAVER. Download the SeatGeek app. Enter the promo code OldWaver today.
I've thought of a catchphrase for SeatGeek. Would you like to hear it?
Okay.
SeatGeek. Okay.
It's good, Toby.
Thank you.
How can I explain when there are few words I can choose? How can I explain when words get broken?
Clark knows what he's doing.
He really does.
Welcome. Hey, everyone. It's the October 2017 episode of High Tea with Old Waver. You have made it to the, I guess, fourth one we've ever done?
Fourth, if you count the Depeche Mode as a episode on its own, which I guess it is.
This is the third proper one, but the fourth total. And we thank you for listening. We thank you for being a P1 of the Blowout Podcast Network. And thank you for finding us. High Tea with Old Waver. He's High Tea.
Hello.
I'm Old Waver. He's also known as Toby Pipes. I'm also known as Dave Lane. And if this is your first time listening to us, we drink beer and we listen to tunes and we talk about stuff.
Should we talk about
Is that pretty much it?
That's pretty much it. I don't think we need to do a full reset of the whole show, right?
I don't know. No one cares.
Yeah, no one cares. Should we talk about the beer?
Yeah, it's quite refreshing. This is my first beer of the day.
What did you think of the first taste? It wasn't what I was expecting.
I mean, it comes in like the brown bottle.
Uh-huh.
And it kind of felt like a Coors Banquet beer almost.
Yeah, I was expecting a kind of more of a Mexican beer flavor. Did you already say what it was?
No, I didn't. This is your selection.
Kona Brewing Company Big Wave Golden Ale.
Yeah.
Never had this before. I was expecting more of like a, like a Modelo
Right.
taste. I don't know why.
Well, because you're thinking big wave, beach.
Toes in the sand.
Yeah. Selfies.
Selfies in the sand.
These are my toes looking out at the ocean.
My office today.
My eyes are too old to read the yellow type on the necker. I can't describe this beer to you.
It is sun-drenched Big Wave Golden Ale Smooth Brew, inspired by what makes Hawaii great. Catch a wave. You're around the waves that roll in. I'm not getting into all that other side.
Is that difficult for you to read, or is it just me?
I can read it.
I seriously have to pull it away from my face and really focus on it.
Yeah, you're definitely doing the trombone thing.
Yeah. God, I'm getting old.
Did you notice in the bottle? Can you see the Hawaii in the bottle? Can you see that?
Oh yeah. And then it has embossed in the glass liquid aloha.
Yeah. I kind of like it.
I dig this. This is refreshing as hell.
Have you ever been to Hawaii?
Mm-hmm. I was there for honeymoon number 1. Thank you for asking.
Good. Should we discuss everywhere you went and what you did? And no,
nah.
I've never been to Hawaii.
I mean, the only island I went to was Maui.
Did you surf?
No, did not surf. Did get in the water and stuff, but did not ever take a lesson or anything.
Would you say Old Waver Davy is a beach Davy or a mountain Davy?
I have the skin tone and the physique of a mountain person, but I actually prefer the beach.
You're more beachy.
I enjoy hanging out at the beach more than I enjoy hanging out in the ski lodge.
Yeah, okay, so for vacation you would pick
I would pick the beach. I would get burned and I would be really fat and disgusting laying on my beach towel, but that's where I would prefer to be.
I understand.
I am a fish out of water, as it were, at the beach, but I do enjoy it. You?
I think that I've turned around and now I'm more beachy.
You used to be more mountainy?
Yeah.
Ski-libration?
Because I used to. It's because I like the cold. Because I like wearing.
You always wear the hoodie.
I like the hoodie and darker clothes, and you wouldn't expect that I might be beachy.
But now you're starting to wear shorts and show off them legs.
I know. I think it's when you have a kid. Kids make you do things you wouldn't normally do, but then they also remind you that you like things that you forgot about.
Right. And some things are fun.
Yeah, some things are
that
fun.
That maybe you wrote off as not fun.
Yeah, and that there are also a few things that you can't do as a grown-up by yourself. But if there's a 6-year-old, you can like fly a kite or something.
Right.
But if you're doing that by yourself...
And flying a kite on the beach is kind of the best.
It's fun.
Playing a little soccer on the beach, kind of the best.
Fun.
Maybe making a sandcastle.
I like all that.
Let's go to the beach.
Let's go to the beach, but this beer, we'll take a picture of it. I mean, it's making me...
I enjoy it. It's got like the, what do they call that? It's not a catamaran.
It's when all the dudes are...
An outrigger? like it's got like it's the canoe with the extra like side canoe piece.
Outrigger.
I don't know.
Is that something like only Texas people say like feeder road?
I don't know. But it's like if you watched Moana. Speaking of kids,
Yeah, it has
it's
that.
the kind of island type ocean vehicle.
It's got the canoe.
Ocean vehicle boat.
Yeah,
it's the
it's
word
got
I'm
the-
looking for.
It's got the canoe, but it has that little balancing side.
Right. What do you call that?
That's,
All right, I'm gonna gig it.
you're gonna look it up.
Hawaii boat.
Hawaii
Hawaii boat. That's what I'm looking up.
seems like a lot of things.
How about Hawaii native boat?
It's the thing like on the beginning of Hawaii 5-0 when the jam's going. The theme song.
Outrigger canoe, bitch. Outrigger canoe. Ha!
Is that what it really says? Outrigger canoe?
Unlike a single-hulled canoe, an outrigger or double-hull canoe generates stability as a result of the distance between its hulls. So suck it, Toby.
Oh man, golly, you've got me really bad. 2 times in the last month.
What was the first one?
How did you know who all the singers of Rainbow are?
Oh, that Dio was in Rainbow?
Yeah, I mean, how would you know that?
Because I used to like metal. I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm smart
I
like
think
that.
that
I know about
think that
outriggers and Dio.
I laughed when I was like, Dio didn't sing for Rainbow. He had a song called Rainbow in the Dark. That was Dio, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like a rainbow in the dark. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, a little trivia right off the bat. First singer of Rainbow. First singer?
I believe he was.
Yeah. We looked
Wasn't he in some other band called Dwarf?
Whatever it was all real Lord of the Rings, the whole deal.
Right. But we're not going to listen to that today.
No, we're not. Yeah, let's get to a tune.
Yeah, let's get to a tune. Okay, it's my turn first, right? That's kind of our established rhythm. I go first, then you.
Yeah, let's not mess it up because it's
Yeah, because
going so well.
the reviews are off the charts. We have already turned down offers from SiriusXM and ESPN and NME. So they just they're wanting to have too much artistic control over the podcast.
Yeah,
and
we have to be free.
yeah. So let's start with a tune from a Canadian band.
Oh my goodness.
And they are back after, I guess, a 7-year hiatus. They have not put out a proper full-length album since 2010. They just put out, I believe, their 4th full-length album. It's called Cry, Cry, Cry. The tune we're going to listen to is called Baby Blue. This is Wolf Parade.
Like a fool on fire, to the water so blue, I will come undone.
How you feeling about that, bro?
That's a serious jam. It's kind of a jam the whole way through, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
And I've only listened to this album a couple times through, and this was one of a handful of tunes that jumped out at me, and it seems like it was definitely written to, like, you know, play towards the end of the set, like really
Right.
jam it out. And yeah, I really dug it. Really like the horn stabs in it. It's kind of different for them because they're not really a jammy type band.
Yeah, it's like a modern day Deep Purple or something.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? With the organ and the are they pretty popular? Like, who are we talking? Granada size if they play in town, or
Yeah, if they might play Bomb Factory, but probably Granada.
Okay.
If and when they come to Dallas.
I mean, I've heard the name definitely, but
Yeah,
I've never owned a record or anything.
They came out in 2005. Their first record was Apologies to Queen Mary, and it was nominated for like the Polaris Music Prize, whatever their Canadian version of like the Grammy is.
Their Grammy is called a Polaris.
Something like that. Anyway,
Did you just make that up?
no. And so the two main dudes are Spencer Krug and Dan Becker or Beckner.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a million other side projects. So Spencer Krug, he does stuff as Moonface, and he was also in Sunset Rubdown.
Are these guys that would end up in like Broken Social?
Yeah, probably. They probably have done stuff with them. And then yeah, Dan Beckner was he's in Divine Fits with the Spoon guy.
Oh, okay.
And he also has a band called Operators, and then he also has a duo called Handsome Furs with his wife that's more like synth pop.
Man.
So they do
seems like
they
this
do a lot of
guy-
stuff.
Some people just have more time in the day.
You could I mean, in your day you've been in a half a dozen bands at one time, right?
Yeah, but not popular ones.
Yeah,
They don't
but yeah,
take- they don't take up a lot of time.
They are quite active. I'm trying to glance and see if I can get confirmation that they have done stuff with Broken Social Scene. I'm not sure.
I just figured that's a Canadian thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Isn't it?
they're all Canadian dudes. So I imagine,
At one point, you make a run through that.
yeah. Anyway,
I like it though. It's good. It's definitely a you can tell it's a, like you were saying, it's a jam. It's a festival jam.
Yeah, and it's grown on me already. The album, the second time through, I liked it better than the first. And you know, their last record that came out, and oh my god.
Yeah, your voice is a little. I haven't asked you about it yet. You told me it was a little raspy, but what's been going on?
Like 2 nights ago, I started to get like the tickle. Like I'm about to come down with something.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing Airborne and Theraflu, and took like a random antibiotic I found in the medicine cabinet, and lozenges.
Is it SARS?
I don't know. I don't know if it's bird flu or SARS or what it is, but I feel okay, but every once in a while it just cracks, and so I apologize.
No, you sound fine. I can just tell something's a little different.
Yeah, and so the last album that they came out with in 2010 was called Expo 86, and I really remember liking it at the time. And then so on my way down here today, driving from Dallas to College Station, I was listening to Cry, 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 the new one, and then I was like, I need to go back and listen to some of Expo 86 just as a frame of reference. And listening back to Expo 86, I didn't really like it as much as the new one. So I was kind of surprised that it was, in comparison to what I held up as like their great masterwork in my mind, I actually like the new one better. So
Do you know who they recorded that with? Because the sound is they did a really good job.
let's see. It was produced by John Goodmanson.
I don't know who that is.
Let's see. He's worked with Blondie, Blonde Redhead, Death Cab for Cutie,
Oh, okay.
Hot Heat,
All right, so I should know who that is. I just don't.
Not a Surf,
Well,
Sleater Keeney. He's worked with a lot of people.
yeah, man, it sounds really good. Good for them. It's hard, and it's not their fault. I always get a little freaked out when there's an animal in the name.
Yeah, and they came out at a time where there were a lot of I think they came out like right when Wolf Mother came out too.
Yeah, and there's always
And there's like a Bear in Heaven, or there were a bunch of Minus the Bear,
Fox Kill Rabbit.
Fleet Foxes. Yeah, there were a lot of animal bands that all came out in the early and mid aughts.
Turtle vs. Hare.
I don't think that was really one.
It is.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
I do like it.
I dig it, and yeah, what you kind of made the comparison to Deep Purple. That's what I like about them, and particularly when you see them live, because they're not using a whole lot of loops and samples. They're playing vintage organs and keyboards live.
Are they long-haired, beardy guys?
They may be now. They didn't used to be.
Okay.
They looked like somewhat normal dudes. But yeah, they're a good band to see live, and I definitely give a thumbs up to the new one, Cry 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 from Wolf Parade.
I like it. That's good. See, that's why this show is good. I would have never checked a Wolf Parade song out
Because of the wolf in the name.
It's got a wolf.
They're a very kept. Oh God.
You'll be okay.
Take two. They're a very Kevin Engel band.
What's that mean?
Just they're in his wheelhouse, and I know that he and I.
Does he like the Wolf Parades?
Yeah, he and I bonded over Wolf Parade when that first record came out, and Apologies to the Queen Mary came out.
Do we need to explain who Kevin Engel is, or he's kind of worldwide?
Yeah, he's worldwide.
Everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
Okay.
He plays the theremin in Death Ray Davies.
Among many.
And he was in Sparkle Pussy Dynamite. Who could forget that?
And Crash Vinyl.
Oh, Crash Vinyl, yeah.
I'll tweet out a picture of, I still have my yellow sweatbands, Crash Vinyl.
Did you produce Crash Vinyl?
Yes. Well, me and Todd. It was fun. We did that at the first studio. It was great.
The first studio was at the Hickory Annex?
Hickory Street, over there by Bishop Manor. It was a lot of fun. I missed that place. It was really small, but it was a lot of good things came out of there.
But we all got older and we moved on.
We certainly did. Should I get into my next?
Yeah. Do you need to do a setup, or is this another mystery thing that I'm supposed to guess?
This one I definitely want to see if you can guess this, because I think you will right off. But this is I would say a band that most of our friends have no idea who this is.
Okay. Can you give me a decade? Because
90s.
all of your stuff today is all crate digging throwback stuff again, right?
Right. Well, this band is still around.
Okay.
I'll explain afterwards why I'm playing this number.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm really curious to see, because if you don't know about this band, I think that you're really going to get into them.
Tahiti 80.
No. Yeah, have you gone back and listened to any Tahiti 80 since the last one?
Not yet, but I did put it on my phone. I did put it on my phone to have it in the car.
I got a lot of comments about that.
And they favorited our tweets.
I saw.
Did you see that?
Yes.
They're working on a new record, Tahiti 80 is.
I know. Probably because of our podcast.
I know, yeah. They were like, shit, people still listen to us? I guess we need to put out a new record.
There you go.
It's the global reach of High Tea with Old Waver.
High Tea with Old Waver, touching lives.
All right, spin this jam. What do you?
What I just said?
Touching lives? No,
it's okay.
It's okay.
All right, yeah. Let's. We'll see how long it takes before you guess what band this is, and if you guess it right off the bat, then
what do I win? Another beer?
Maybe. All right, here we go.
Shed 7.
Yeah, you got it. First, start of the first chorus.
Yeah, it took me a second.
Yeah, well, the reason why I'm playing it is they do have a new record coming out. It might be out by the time this is, because I think it is like maybe next week it comes out or something like that. And I've heard 2 songs from it, but you can't. I don't think you can download any of the songs yet. Like, I think.
Well, I could figure it out.
Yeah, you could figure it out. But I think that they have a video maybe that's out of the first
How are they
single.
looking? Have you seen pictures?
Yeah, they look good. The singer looks.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks.
They've kept it together.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is the singer's got to stay super skinny,
Right.
and he looks just the same. So,
Yeah,
and they
they
seem to be doing well. Like ticket sales, like a lot of their shows are sold out.
Well, I mean, they were huge in the UK, but they never made a dent over here.
Never, and I never understood it.
Did they ever even come over here?
I don't know, but remember their first song. I didn't play the. That was sort of that's the first song off Maximum High. The song that everyone knows off that is that Standby song. You know that one? Could you stay on standby? Remember that?
I'm sure.
Because I need another alibi. To me, I think that was the hit off that one, but I'm not sure. But did you ever buy a Shed 7 record?
No, I think I only got into them later on when like their greatest hits record came out.
Yeah.
It was one of those that I found like on Napster or something.
I think
back
that
when that was happening.
I think they got a little angry about the greatest hits record when it came out because they thought it was too soon when the label put that out.
Yeah, because it was like late 90s.
Right.
And they hadn't been around for all that long.
Yeah. But I like them. I like the record after that. They had a record before Maximum High, but I don't know anything about it. I think Maximum High was when they hit the scene.
Now in the pantheon of Britpop, what like if let's say they're tier 1 is obviously like Oasis and Blur.
Mm-hmm.
Tier 2 is like Pulp and Suede. Tier 3 is that like Shed 7 and Soup Dragons. I don't know.
Not Soup Dragons.
they were more
Those from a whole
Manchester.
other. No, yeah. I would say Shed 7 would be around like Ride.
Right, yeah, because Ride kind of morphed from shoegaze into Britpop.
Yeah, you kind of had to know, or the I guess like Manic Street Preachers were,
Right.
They were maybe bigger, right?
But they were like third tier. They never.
Yeah, like a Cast.
Yeah,
Remember the band
yeah.
Cast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they might even be on tour with Cast. If I remember right.
Didn't the dude from Cast end up joining Oasis?
That was Cast? The Andy
Bell.
Andy Bell was from no, Andy Bell was in Ride, wasn't he? I don't know.
No, okay, John Power. John Power was the main dude in Cast.
Well, who was Andy Bell in besides Erasure? Are they not the same guy?
No, it's different Andy Bell.
I know. It would be cool though if Andy Bell Erasure was in Oasis. Kind of liven things up a little.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Andy Bell was in Ride and then Hurricane Number 1. Remember Hurricane Number 1?
No, I don't.
They had one song. God, what was their... They had one hit. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, Shed 7. The 2 new songs I've heard are pretty good. So good for them for keeping it going.
Yeah, there is kind of it's kind of a golden age for dudes our age who like the stuff we like, because a lot of dormant bands have come back to life, like Ride, like Slow Dive,
Yeah,
like Jesus and Mary Chain.
good for them.
All right, let's switch gears again.
Switching gears.
Back to my tunes.
We're still sticking with the same beer that we had, and we will be going to yours maybe after this one.
Yeah. I had a serious internal debate as to what song I was going to play here. I don't know if you've listened to the new Morrissey tune.
Was there a BBC Six live show that he did
Yeah.
at Maida Vale thing?
Yeah.
I watched a blip of that, but I didn't hear the song all the way.
And he was also recently on Jules Holland, and he did, what the hell is the name of the song? Cut this part out.
Man, I like the big wave. God.
Okay, Spent the Day in Bed is the new Morrissey tune. And it's good, but I wanted to wait until the entire record came out so I could listen to the whole thing and cherry pick my favorite. So, I think it comes out mid-November. So maybe for the November pod, we'll have a new Morrissey tune. So in its stead, I decided to play something from the new Beck.
Really?
Have you heard anything about the new Beck?
No.
Well, it's called Colors, and it's been kind of in the making for like 3 years. So there are 3 singles that have already been released over the last 2 years from the record. There was Dreams a couple summers ago, a song called Wow, a song called Up All Night was on like FIFA 17 or something.
A little dancier again.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yeah, so after he won the Grammy with Morning Phase, he won like 3 Grammys for Morning Phase. He decided that he wanted to do stuff that would be fun to play live, and he didn't want to depress everyone. He wanted to do something that was poppy and fun and would make people happy. And reviews are kind of mixed. They're generally positive, but a lot of people are saying it's too overproduced. It's Beck following trends instead of setting trends. It's too disposable and polished. And I think all of those criticisms have merit, but I do think there are some really good songs on the record. And I decided to play the title track, entitled Colors, because I think it is the most uplifting, memorable, kick-ass jam on the record outside of Dreams, which everybody has heard a million times already.
Okay, good. Colors by Beck.
Brand new.
I see you, I need you.
Does that make you want to party?
That is the best thing that I've heard from him in ages. I mean, I like the morning phase stuff. It's cool, but you can't... I see what he was going for there. Every now and then you just want to...
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me in a different way of Midnight Vultures.
It's like a early Beck thing, but without the funny.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't love lots of funny in my music.
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple tunes where he gets a little kind of rappy.
Uh-huh.
You know, he kind of is borderline funny Beck.
Yeah.
But for the most part, everything is earnest and straightforward and just trying to make really catchy pop tunes.
It's good. It's like, that would be a really good bill, like a Phoenix Beck bill
Right.
with this record. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I saw him, I guess it was 2 summers ago. He played at Governor's Ball in New York, and it was really, really fun because that was when he was in the midst of recording this record. And so his live show reflected his, I guess, desire to get people to dance and have fun and not be like a downer live show. You know what I mean?
Which I totally get. Like, everything can't be so singer-songwritery, you know, watch me play acoustic constantly thing.
Right.
So I think that that's great.
I think the people that are really turned off by it are those that really only like sea change, mutations, morning phase Beck.
It's half the... I hate reading reviews of things because of that.
Now, I know that you're always interested and curious about who produced it.
Yes. Who did that?
A guy named Greg Kurstin. Does that ring a bell?
No. We'll go ahead.
Okay, so he is he's part of Beck's live band, and he produced what the hell? I just had it. Oh, so he co-wrote, produced, and played most of the instruments on Adele's Hello.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because I would even think that Beck, at this time, you know, his dad is the big composer guy.
Right.
Or arranger. And I would think that he could probably record anything he wanted all by himself.
Yeah,
and I think we said this on the last podcast, it's another one that I think might have a little Tame Impala influence.
Yeah.
Right at the start of it. And if you close your eyes, it sounds just like Gary Newman at the start. Has that crossed? You thought about that?
A little bit.
Right at the beginning when he starts singing, it sounds like Gary Newman.
Yeah, so Beck and Greg Kurstin played all of the instruments on the new Beck record, Colors. And so Kurstin, he's not only worked with what's her face? Adele, but he's worked with Sia.
Hello.
Kelly Clarkson, Ellie Goulding, Pink, Lily Allen.
So he's pop.
Yeah, he's totally pop. And so, I again...
English dude? He's got to be.
No. He is from California. He was... Okay, so here's random music trivia. His band, before he got into the whole producing shebang, you remember a band called Htwow? Does that ring a bell?
No, it does not.
You don't remember Htwow?
No. It sounds like a baby saying Iggy Pop.
Let's see. They had a song in 2001 called "Whoever You Are" that was used in a TV spot for Mercedes-Benz. I know I remember that name. I know I didn't ever have any of their stuff, but when I saw that he was in that band, it rang a bell.
No.
I don't think they were anything great, but he was in that band, and then he kind of realized that he was maybe better at producing stuff.
Well, he must be. You just rattled off about... I mean, he's loaded.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. That's crazy. He's the hit maker.
Yeah. So
What's his name? Bill, Steve,
Greg Kirsten. Okay, so yeah, so in February of this year, he won 4 Grammys for Adele's 25. He won Song of the Year, Album of the Year, Record of the Year, and Producer of the Year. Well, he won Producer of the Year for his work with Tegan and Sara, Sia, and Ellie Goulding.
Man, the girls.
Yeah, he does well with girls and Beck, evidently. Okay, we're going to change beers, but we are also going to change tunes, and you're going to spin me something that... Are you going to set it up, or is it another...
Well, do you want to go get the beers real quick, and then we come back and set this up, or do we...
We get the beers during the song.
I want you to concentrate on the number.
We pull back the curtain, and when we press play, then we press pause, then we go get the beer, and then we come back, and then we hit play again.
Oh, okay. How should I set this up? This is an older number. Usually I have one that I'll, like the World Party.
Right.
On the last
which was
one,
great.
That I go back to that I think people probably have heard, but they just might have forgotten. Not a band that's been overlooked. But you probably heard this, but you haven't heard this in years.
So...
And I would be willing to bet of all the songs that I'm going to play, you won't be able to name the band, but you know the guy, the main guy.
Okay, so I didn't necessarily own this. I've just heard it before.
You've probably heard it because of... what was the alternative show on MTV?
120 Minutes?
120 Minutes would have played this for sure in 1986. We're doing good now. We're on our fourth song, and we're it's a lot peppier this time than last time. I think I might have been a little...
I think we have we have energy today because we're not trying to cram 2 into 18 hours.
Hold on a minute. Okay, here's the next number. I don't even want to say the name of the song because I think it might give it away.
Let's play Will Dave Know This?
So, Will Dave Know This starting now.
Condensed in time, somebody
I'm officially stumped.
Never heard that one back in the day.
Never heard it. Don't even have a guess as to who it was or who the singer is. I feel stupid.
Have you ever heard the name Mitch Easter? As
No.
far as producing stuff.
Mitch Easter?
Yeah.
Is that like, is he related to Father Christmas?
He did all of the early REM records.
Okay.
Like the, you know,
Fables of the Reconstruction.
the REM I like, you know, Radio Free Europe, that kind of stuff.
Oh, like Reckoning, the really early stuff.
Really early stuff. And a lot of southern, I think he's from the Carolinas. He's a known name with engineer, producer people. Mitch Easter. Are you looking it up right now?
I am.
But the name of the band is Let's Active.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever heard that name?
No.
Man, maybe this might have just been a Huntsville thing. I don't know, but I don't know why we loved this song so much, but it was a huge deal. We thought it was great.
So he did produce REM's Chronic Town, Murmur, and Reckoning.
Yeah.
And then he also did
Basically before they got the
before
mandolin out and
and while they were still on indie IRS records.
yeah.
Never heard of him or Let's Active.
Never heard of Let's Active.
Never ever.
Golly, maybe that was just a thing for us.
You and Pat.
Me and Matt were really into Let's Active. And I have the vinyl
What was the name of that tune?
in Little Ways. Are you cataloging?
Well, yeah, I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
Let's Active Little Ways.
In Little Ways.
In Little Ways.
Yeah. I noticed you thought the singer might have been a girl.
Yeah, well, I've been burned before. You've always done the gender bending thing. Like, you think it's a dude, now it's a girl. You think it's a girl, now it's a dude.
Well, definitely Sting's daughter sings a lot lower than Mitch Easter. Wouldn't you say?
He's not a super attractive guy, from what I'm seeing on the Giga.
I don't really
He had
think about
he had
things
kind
like
of
this.
a mop top of red hair, red curly hair.
Yeah. Talented individual. And I'm thinking we should just leave it at that, since you hate Let's Active so much.
I don't hate it.
You obviously do.
I don't hate it.
What do you think of it?
You know what? I would have to go back and listen to it again.
I know, you were talking a bit. I like before it cranks up again, you know, there's the end of the chorus, and before it cranks up, there's that little piano one note, ding-a-ding-a-ding, that little thing he does.
Right.
I like that.
Is that his penis on the piano?
I don't think that it is, but I can't comment because I don't know for sure. Let's talk about the beer.
So I took a calculated risk today.
You really did. Well, when you say calculated, because it's October.
Yeah, because this is the October version of or October episode of our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like that this might be appropriate.
You're right. I almost did the same thing. Not this one, but I'm glad that I didn't.
Yeah, so I went with, it's a known quantity. Everyone who drinks beer is aware of Dogfish Head, but I went with Dogfish Head Punkin Ale.
It does say pumpkin like my daughter says pumpkin.
Right.
Does Clara say it like that, or does she actually say it the right way?
No, I think she probably says pumpkin too.
Pumpkin. At this point, they might as well just change it to that.
Right. Yeah, it says our fall favorite, full-bodied brown ale, brewed with real pumpkin,
Rude.
brown sugar, allspice,
You can kind of taste the brown sugar in there.
cinnamon, and nutmeg.
It coming from the Big Wave. Wait, what was it called? Yeah, big wave.
It's a shock to the
was
system.
a shock at first because when you think something has a pumpkin flavor, I'm never the type that gets something at a coffee place that has.
No.
Because in general, what does that mean? Pumpkin doesn't taste great.
No, yeah, like pumpkin pie, like the pumpkin filling, it's just a vehicle for the cinnamon and nutmeg and allspice.
Everything else you make it to taste.
Yeah, it's just like empty paste that you fill with other flavors.
Are you just gonna say every word with P the hardest you can say it so it pops on the mic every time?
Is it really perturbing you?
We talk about this every episode.
I'm sorry. I thought I was using the pop filter perfectly.
Man, I hate that. But yeah, you know what I mean about the pumpkin flavor. They don't. It's not something that you're like, oh, I can't wait for October. Pumpkins are back.
Right, and it's not like we're breaking any kind of news here, but there is an over pumpkin spicing of America. I mean, there's like pumpkin spice Rice Krispies, and
Are you making that up?
I don't know. I know for a fact that I did see some kind of pumpkin spice cereal last time I was at the grocery store.
That's ridiculous. That already tastes bad. And don't mess up cereal. Cereal's just good.
I think people that are in charge of selling crap, they're always looking for something seasonal, something new and exciting to change it up, to make you think, oh my god, I've got to try that.
It's got
you never need to try anything with pumpkin in it. Case in point, Dogfish had pumpkin ale.
Yeah, it's not bad though. You know what it does make me think of though? This is one of those things that you put these in the freezer, right?
Yeah.
If this was warm,
oh my god,
this would not be going down great. But this actually, it's not overbearing.
It's like
with the pumpkin.
It's like a new
flavor.
It's like a Newcastle with like just a sprinkle of cinnamon on top.
Exactly. Yeah, it's mainly just cinnamon and sugar stuff. But this does taste like if you had like 7 of them.
Oh god.
Could you imagine the next morning that this would come back up in a really bad way?
You want to know how much this 6-pack costs?
$77.
No. And maybe I just got ripped off at this particular liquor store that I went to. $17 with tax.
Are you for a 6-pack?
For a 6-pack. I thought it was a mistake. But I was committed at that point.
Isn't that funny when you get to the counter that you're just like, what is the cutoff that you just go, no, I can't.
I went back to the cooler and double checked to make sure that was really the price.
You really did?
Yes. I had my brown sack with the beers in it. And before I walked out the door, I went back over to the cooler. Yeah, sure enough, $16.98 or whatever the hell it was before tax. So Dogfish Head really is proud of their pumpkin ale.
What do you think would be the cutoff for a 6-pack that you would just go,
if I knew what I was doing? Like if I was paying attention and if it wasn't for the podcast and the joy of the listener?
Yeah, if you were just... Yeah, exactly. Like, what would make you tell the...
I mean, I don't like...
guy or the guy like, hey, I'm not doing that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't look to see how much it costs.
Ordinarily, I do pay attention to the price when I'm buying stuff. Mm-hmm. I was just looking for content.
You were probably drunk when you bought it.
I was. Ordinarily, I don't like to buy a 6-pack of anything that's over $10. $10 is kind of my cutoff for just... I like to buy something that's on sale or something
also,
that I like.
Maybe it depends on where you are.
Right. I guess it depends on where you are.
Because you can go over 10. I don't know if you can go over 20. No. That would be the stop the sale.
Yeah. If this was not for the podcast, I would have said no. I'm going to get something else. I think like $15 for a 6-pack of beer is ludicrous. So I would have put it back had it not been for comedy purposes.
Do you think that this is going to be one of those beers like the coconut beers that are still in the back of my fridge right now?
Yes.
That these
Yes,
pumpkin
next
fridge
Halloween
will
you
be-
will still have these beers.
All right, that's the goal, is to see if the pumpkin ale lasts all the way to next Halloween.
Who on earth would drink it? I mean, my girlfriend drank one of the coconut ales last time we were down here for the Aggie game.
We haven't talked about that. Should we talk about that?
We can.
That
Do
was.
you want to talk about that after the next jam?
It seems like there's a lot to talk about with that.
Let's talk about it after the next jam.
Okay, who's
Because
next?
it's my turn.
Oh, it's your turn.
Yeah, and remember, I played you the first couple bars of 2 tracks from this band's album.
Okay, this was the. Okay.
Yeah, and so we ended up picking more of the party jam because, the Beck thing was a party jam. I don't know if Let's Active is such a party jam unless you're Toby and Pat.
I have
and you're
another.
13.
I have a different party jam coming up.
Okay, so you're gonna close the jam or close the show on a high.
You can call the show a jam.
Okay, well, I don't know if you are a fan of this band, but I am a.
Do they have an animal in the name?
No, I am a fanboy of this band. I've seen them a few times live. I love them. I have every single one of their albums. And they just came out with a brand new record, and I really, really, really dig it.
Is this Athlete?
No. I hope you will like it too. This is off of the brand new album called Haiku from Zero. This is Cut Copy.
I think I'm living in the same place as we were when this began. I think I'm staring at the same face that was here since we were born. I think I'm having all the same dreams about the desert and the rain. I think I'm gonna have to tell you that I wanna start again. Who blocked the sun? Who let it down? I need an angel. Don't fail me now. Who blocked the sun? Who let it down? I need an angel. Don't fail me now. I need you, don't let me down. I'm making my way back to you. I need you to set me down before I'm broken into. I've been hoping for the future, but the future never comes. I've been searching for an answer. Tell me now, what have I done? Who blocked the sun? Who let it down? I need an angel. Don't fail me now. Who blocked the sun? Who let it down? I need an angel. Don't fail me now. I need you, don't let me down. I'm making my way back to you. I need you to set me down before I'm broken into.
Man, you really brought the party music this time.
I know I did, didn't I?
I like that. That cut cope.
Kape. That was called The Memories We Share. Again, it's off of Haiku from Zero. Just came out, like, I don't know, a week ago. 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Man,
and
that is,
I really like it. I mean, their last record, which was Free Your Mind, in 2013, they tried to make like kind of a rave type of kind of pre-Manchester Manchester rave type album. And it was good, but it wasn't as good as some of their previous stuff. And this one, to me,
where did you?
is a return to form.
You said you saw them a lot of times.
I saw them at an ACL at one point, and I also saw them once or twice at Granada. They've played Granada a couple times, I believe.
If they play Granada, is that like a sellout?
Yeah.
So it's sold. If Copy's playing, it's sold out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I mean, they're on tour. They just played ACL again this past 2 weekends, and they had dates all around, but they didn't come to Dallas this time.
I'm surprised you didn't go to ACL, your Festival Dave.
I know. Well, I'm kind of too old to be Festival Dave. Those days are gone. Now I'm college football Dave.
You are college football
You like
Dave.
that transition?
Man, that's why you're a professional.
That's true.
And you make all the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, should we talk about that? When we I think I asked you about this last week, but I can't remember. Was that last week? Week before last?
2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago.
Yeah, the Aggies playing Alabama.
Yes, in not in podcast time, but in real time.
Right.
So I guess when you're listening to this, who knows how long ago that actually was in your life. But in our life, it was a week and a half ago.
And it doesn't matter. We're not going to recap the game.
I don't know. It's a pretty entertaining game.
Should we go quarter by quarter?
Yes,
or?
quarter by quarter. Oh, well, I do need to take credit that I called touchdown on the first play from scrimmage by Alabama.
You did do that. However, if you're going to call touchdown from the very first play, Alabama would maybe be the team to do that.
Sure. I was certainly not going out on any kind of enormous limb.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my girlfriend went to Alabama, and so I just day trip as an Alabama fan because I just I went to North Texas. I don't have any. Although we are 3-0 in Conference USA, bro.
Yeah.
Waka!
Go.
Waka!
I almost said Eagles. We can't. Can you say?
Yeah, you can say Eagles or you can say Mean Green, whatever you want to do.
I like
It's up to
Eagles
you.
better.
Or,
They were
or
Eagles.
Mean Green Eagles. Or Mean Green Screaming Eagles.
They
I don't
were
think they're
Eagles
the Screaming Eagles anymore.
when I was there.
They're still the Mean Green. They were always the Mean Green.
That's true.
But I don't have a college football legacy to lean on, and so I just coattail off of her. And of course, you now live in College Station.
But I do like how you go for it with the shirt. You had the Alabama. It was out of town game.
Right. I'm not afraid to go into enemy territory.
I know you did. You pulled the North Texas shirt at the LSU game when we lived
Yeah.
there, and Mike the Tiger himself,
Yeah.
hands around throat.
Yeah. Okay. So briefly to tell that story. So Toby used to live in Baton Rouge. And so we went to an LSU game when North Texas played there. And I wore my North Texas shirt. Probably the only person in the stadium with a North Texas shirt on. And so
First game of the year.
first game of the year.
Yeah.
And so we're walking down the boulevard towards the stadium. And all of a sudden I realize I'm walking by myself because I'm walking in
We
between.
kind of took off a little bit because
I'm walking in between the band. The band is lining the boulevard because this is the route that they take to march into the stadium.
we were right in front of the music building.
Right. And so I'm walking down the middle of the street, and there's members of the LSU Tiger Band on either side, and they
I think
start...
it's the Fighting Tiger.
Sorry, Fighting Tiger Band. And so they start pointing at me and yelling Tiger Bait.
Yeah, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
And it was so great to see their faces light up when you turned the corner. And I was so far ahead of you at that moment because I didn't want to be involved. But
because
for all the freshman band people, this was their first chance to ever do this.
Yeah, this is
and
the
you were
first
the guy.
Tiger bait of the year.
Well, they're with their flutes in the air.
Yeah, so
And
I
they're
was
all like,
I was
"Tiger
Tiger
bait."
bait, and then
But in good humor because if you have an out of town, it's not like it's the Auburn game.
right,
You know what I mean? There's not a lot of hate
yeah,
there.
there
It's
was
like North
there was
Texas.
there was no question that LSU was going to be victorious.
Yeah.
North
so
Texas
they were
wasn't
just
going to
kinda
pull a
having
Troy.
fun. Remember, they were up by 3 for about 9 minutes. And
North Texas was?
Yeah, remember
Yeah.
there was like a field goal, and so that was a big deal. But then the flood, I think it ended up being 120 to 3.
Yeah, it was a record.
But God, that was so great. But Joanna still to this day in her office has. Oh, were you about to say
Yeah.
the next? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so the band is yelling Tiger bait at me in my North Texas shirt, and then I turn the corner, and right there in front of me is Mike the Tiger, not the real tiger, but the guy, the really it's the really kind of what's the word, unstable mascot where
Yeah, the one
he's
that-
got the human arms but the tiger head.
Yeah,
he's wearing
you know,
the football uniform, but he's got human white dude arms and then just the tiger head.
Right,
doesn't
the
have-
one that takes the pictures with all the kids.
Right. He doesn't have like tiger arms and legs. He's like a minotaur. He's like half tiger, half man.
I think you're looking way too far into this.
Anyway, so
He's a
I
mascot.
round the corner. I'm trying to escape the band. I round the corner, and there's Mike the Tiger with his like handlers, like his bro dudes.
That
You know,
probably tell him which way to go.
yeah, because he can't see. He has no peripheral vision in his helmet.
Right.
And so I'm like, oh man, can I get a picture with you? And so originally one of the handlers was like, no way. And then, Mike the Tiger was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I give my phone to one of the dudes, and I just thought we were gonna just pose, like, put my arm around him. Mike the Tiger gets me in a headlock.
It's good. It's good. And
Yeah.
this picture is on Joanna's wall in her office right now.
I need a copy of that picture. I don't have that picture.
No,
I don't know what happened
no
to
picture
it.
of me in the office.
Just me.
Just Dave.
Just me.
But yeah, I will get Joe to take a picture of the picture,
Okay.
and we will tweet it.
Yes, I want to see the picture in its environment.
Yeah, in the environment.
office. Yeah.
We'll do one from kind of back so you can see the wall, and then a close up so you see the actual gold of this. It is just college
Yeah.
gold.
We didn't have anything quite as magical at the Alabama A&M game.
No,
but
where,
it
like-
was a fun game.
But that is good though to compare. It's like it's just as crazy, but in different ways. Where Baton Rouge, Louisiana, of course, is absolute chaos. But everyone's so used to it, so you get used to the crazy tailgate and the whole thing. Whereas this, of course, A&M has it down to a science,
right.
and how controlled everyone is. Everyone does the exact same thing through the entire game.
Yeah,
and
standing
it
on the
is
bleachers,
crazy.
everything in unison.
When they're doing
It's
it, it
bonkers.
is so loud and nuts, but a different nuts than, say, Tiger's Death Valley on a Saturday.
Now we
night thing.
weren't in the midst of the tailgate
That's true. I
at
haven't.
Kyle Field.
We saw a blip of it.
It seemed to me that alcohol was a not as high a priority at Kyle Field as it was at Death Valley.
Well, Louisiana. That's what makes
That everyone at the LSU game is trashed. I didn't get that sense. I saw, the occasional, co-ed that was like stumbling and having their friend taking care of them, but for the most
very
part,
rare.
very rare.
Most of those kids were on
Everybody
point.
was pretty squared away, and pretty much they had the yell practice down.
The party definitely was after.
Yeah, the party was definitely after, and I am not. I'm not an Aggie lover. I wouldn't say I'm an Aggie hater.
Right.
But I have an appreciation, especially seeing, because we were in the visitor section right next to the student section. And so having an up-close view at all that goes into being an Aggie.
It was cool to watch.
It was cool to watch. It is a cult, and it is totally crazy, but I get it if you're identifying with that, if that's your thing, why you would gravitate and grab onto it and hold it up as sacred. The commitment that every single Aggie in that building had when there was virtually zero hope that they were going to win that game.
I know, they stuck it out.
It was like 24-3, and they were still screaming and yelling like it was the first quarter. And then they damn near pulled it out. I mean, there was not enough time for them to make the comeback, but they made it respectable, and it was a really, really entertaining game. It was on national TV. You want to put your best foot forward as a program and as a school and as a student body, so I get it.
They did it.
You said that you were going to close out the party with
I'm keeping
the
dance party going. This is one of those records, it was really hard to pick the tune, and I went ahead and picked the one that might be the most well-known.
Probably works in my favor.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Just to see, to help it's still a great jam. Might not be my favorite on the record, because the record's really good. But, I don't, same thing. We don't like to set it up. We like to just play it and see how far Dave gets.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I will shout it out as soon as I know it.
Next song starts now.
Too much to be given time to know these songs and to sing them. Is it asking too much of my vacant smile and my laugh and lies that bring them? But as the stars are going out and this stage is full of nothing, stars.
ring any bells?
No, so I already guessed Sneaker Pimps.
Then that's a good guess.
That was a joke, but
there is a backbeat in there that's sort of like the Sneaker Pimps.
yeah, Saint Etienne, I guess that wasn't right.
A Lady Hawk, I think you said.
Yeah, I said Lady Hawk, but
Lady
that was
Hawk's
later.
too new.
Yeah. Lady Tron would be later. It's not heavy enough to be Curve, although her voice kind of sounds like that chick.
They would have maybe been influenced by Curve a little bit. That's probably the closest one you got.
I have no idea.
Do you remember a band called Dubstar?
No.
You've never heard of Dubstar?
No. Dubstar.
Yeah.
How many records?
I want to say there might only be 2 or 3. They did the, if I'm not mistaken.
Sarah Blackwood.
Yeah, remember the band Client?
She's a looker.
Yeah, do you remember that band Client?
No.
That's what she was later on with the other girl in Client was married to the guy that started Creation Records. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember his name right off the top of my head.
I want to say Dubstar had one of those catching up with records for America. Like the record that I have is almost like a compilation of their first 2.
Okay, so the other chick in Client was Kate Holmes, and she was married to Alan McGee.
That's it, Alan McGee. I
Yeah.
don't know why I forgot that. Yeah. But this Dubstar
Oh, okay,
record.
so Kate Holmes was in Frasier Chorus.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, wow.
Remember that Cloud
Yeah,
8?
Cloud 8.
Yeah, it was their big hit. I saw them at Trees.
I may have been at that show, too.
Yeah, it was good. There was only like 100 people there. It was awesome.
I didn't know you then.
Oh my goodness, we could have been
Our
standing
bromance
right
could have
next to each
started
other.
just then.
This is the best day.
Did you know that Client was the first act signed to Andy Fletcher's label? Rabel. I'm getting drunk off of Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead got you. What was the name of that label? Andy Fletcher's?
It was Toast Hawaii.
See, we just brought it back full circle, didn't we? With our Hawaiian beer.
It looks like they only had one album.
No,
No?
the Goodbye record.
Oh, wait. Okay, so they had Disgraceful in 95, Goodbye in 97.
Yeah, Goodbye was the compilation I'm talking about.
Okay, Make It Better in 2000, and then a Best of in 2004.
Okay, yeah. Huge player on the bus after shows in Europe. Dubstar, Stereolab, Old Genesis, Neil Diamond, and probably Shed 7.
Shed 7's probably the outlier in that group.
Yeah, they were more of the rock band.
That's when you would take your Hamburg honeys to the back of the bus.
There were no Hamburg honeys in the back of the bus.
No?
No, Dave. I wish I had stories like that, but I just don't.
Maybe Clay does.
Viking buffers.
Sarah Blackwood and Dubstar. Never, ever would have guessed that.
You've
ever in a
never
million
heard of
years.
Dubstar
Never.
Ever?
No, never.
That has to be on something that you have.
No.
You
I
know.
wasn't traipsing about Europe in the 90s to hear yeah, I should have been.
Really should have been. It was.
But yeah, no, I didn't hear these obscure Euro bands that you are so intimately familiar with.
All right, well, let's just.
Punkin Ale! Punkin Ale!
Punkin Ale.
Mm.
It tastes like bile. A little bit.
Mm.
It's the holiday season.
Pumpkin seeds in my mouth.
mouth. and so what to do. It's hickory dock, and don't forget. Are we gonna have a Christmas?
Set your clocks. What?
No, to hang up your stock.
I thought it was about falling back to daylight savings.
No, it's a Christmas song. Are we gonna have a Christmas episode?
We can. We can play the U2 Christmas song.
See, this is why we didn't sign the contract with Sirius. It's because we're free.
That's right. We can do whatever we want.
Do whatever we want.
I really don't want to do a Christmas episode.
But there you go. You're free not to do that.
I mean, I guess we could play our favorite Christmas carols, but who wants to hear that shit?
There are bands that have Christmas songs.
I guess.
All
right, you know what? Okay, all right. You've turned me around.
Very next day.
You've turned me around. We'll do our homework and we'll find good stuff. Cut all this out.
No, we just had pumpkin ale, and you need to wrap it up.
So, like right now, I need to wrap it up.
Whenever you're ready. Would you like to hear the music? Will that help you?
No.
Will this help you?
Oh my God! Yes, it helps me.
Wrap it up.
You know, we really had a couple of hot party jams to end the podcast today, but nothing is as big a party as this. Holy crap.
Is that good?
It makes me want to spin around in circles and kiss you gently on the cheek.
Wow.
We want to thank all of you for putting up with our nonsense. This has been the October 2017 episode of High Tea with Old Waver. I'm Old Waver, also known as Dave Lane. He's High Tea, also known as Toby Pipes. We love you.
Do I play the tambourine? It's kind of a thing now, isn't it?
You do what you want to do, Toby. You came in too late.
Do you want to do
It's a very aggressive fade.
Do you want to do a different wrap up?
No.